You
gonna 30 million? Like, isn't niggas worth the 30 million to like not have this come out?
30 million is just the asking price. He could probably give $1 million or a couple $1 million and make it go away. But I don't know. It depends on what her piece is worth. How much is a piece worth? Again, you don't even want to answer that question. But when you see the red flag, you leave.
But when you put a dollar sign on piece, doesn't it make it sound a little disingenuous?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's why. Why it's like, yo, if she was actively in a situation, like if she was Young Miami right now and it came out, all right, I get it. Yeah. You're actively in the situation.
Like, yo, I want to see this cat go to jail. It's
right now.
Jail or nothing. It's either jail, like, but paper, like, you know, like, it just makes it like, all right, we're good.
All
right. Not a woman.
All right, so.
It's not a woman business.
Where we going next?
Whatever you got. Whatever's on the docket.
We got Jidenna. We got.
Let's go with Jidenna.
All right, let's go with Jidenna.
Go with Jidenna.
I robbed some women of their baby-making years, dragging them along. They built me up. Look at me now, and look at them. If you are creative, I folded you into my artwork. If you were in my artwork, I gave you a job. I gave you a job. I mastered your life. I gave you a house, food, everything you needed. I protected and provided for you. I did what men are supposed to do. You know, I remember different quotes I said, like, just like really manipulative things to say, like, no one's gonna love you the way I do. My God, I'm ashamed of it. And that's what makes me angry when I see my brothers do that. We can't do that to the women that have done so much for us, to even exist. And I saw myself for the first time. All the things I'm saying now, woo, horror. Bit by bit, I stripped myself of my former self. And I swore that the next relationship that I would get in, I would work as hard at love as I worked in my career.
Powerful words.
Powerful? What are your first thoughts?
My first thoughts is dirty macking. My first thoughts is, come on, y'all, come out, y'all. We caught, y'all. We caught. This nigga got away with the hustle for mad years, and now it's over, and now he want everybody. I want my brothers to stop doing this. It's called, like, yo, fam, like.
All right. Oh, hold on. Before you go there,
right, go ahead,
what is his relationship situation? Is he married?
I don't know.
I don't know. So if he's not married, and
I'll look it up.
And if he's still single, then he's really probably genuinely apologizing for the trauma and the hurt that he put his past women through.
Let me see. Okay, they get married. She's another girlfriend, wife, the Nigeria-born singer and rapper. Long-term girlfriend. He got a long-term girlfriend since 2016. So not married yet, but he got a long-term girlfriend. From what I've seen. So this is like confessions of a drug dealer, or this is like, you know, like after you done kind of did your thing, you know, you kind of like saying it, or you trying to make people. Is he genuinely trying to make relationships better by saying this?
I think that he could. Now, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, because it's like, but it's like, how do you do it then? If I learn something and I want to disseminate the information to the people, how do I give it out? You know, you
tell them we use, because we've all done this. We've all done this, but we've never heard us say that we've done it like that, though. You kind of speak responsibly. You say date with a purpose. You tell women to keep their legs closed. You kind of give the game out without giving all the game, because people are still going to run this game. Like Jidenna was he had a hit, you know, so he was outside. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we should. All right, so if you don't know who this dude is, it's an artist by the name of Jidenna. He had a hit record called Classic Man. I don't know what year it was, but he didn't. I don't know if I would call him a one hit wonder, but I don't know. But I think that was his biggest record to date, and I haven't heard anything from him since then.
Yeah.
Right. But he was popular around a certain time, and evidently he has some celebrity. He's a decent looking dude. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's an African dude, right?
Yeah, African, yeah.
Yeah. He's a weird looking African. He has weird looking. He doesn't have your normal African features and shit like that. You know.
Yeah.
So
maybe more like South African. He more Amber Rose side again.
Maybe something like that.
Right. Ivory Coast.
Yeah. So
yeah. Nah, I can sound like the new grift, yo. Sound like the new grift. It sound like, yo, I was a player, but now I'm healed, and now I want everybody to be. It can sound like a new grift, dog.
Only thing I could
like everybody gotta go through it. It's game. It's the cat and mouse game that most young men and women play in their late teens, early 20s, and hopefully by their late 20s they kind of grow out of this and they look for something a little bit more intentional. But it's the cat and mouse game that everybody plays. It's the nightclub game. It's the nice car game. It's the ass shot. Everybody is playing the game to look like the best version or act like the best version of themselves and look like they're the most interested in each other to get the skins.
No, I get what you're saying, and I hear what you're saying about his whole thing. The only thing that I could critique about it is the fact that he said that he feels ashamed, or he feels like
that's the grift.
Like as far as the verbiage that he used, speaking about when he said he sees men still doing that, I think that's a little like, yo, bro, don't do that, because you was that dude. Just because you had some growth doesn't mean that you're better than anybody. You're just at a different point in your life. You don't criticize somebody who hasn't reached that stage of maturation. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the only thing I could say about that. But there is something.
Teach them. Like, don't pander. You're pandering more than you're teaching. You're pandering to women instead of teaching the message. Because honestly, your message is going way over the dude's head. Like,
all right.
Your message, honestly, if you're really watching that video, it's actually a dog whistle to the homies to what the next grift is.
I agree with him in some instances.
Okay.
I don't think you should waste people's time.
Right.
Time is so valuable.
Yeah.
We cannot get it back.
Especially women.
Right? And I had a friend of mine that he was with a female for a long time. And he would tell me, like, nah, I'm not going to marry her. Nah. I'm like, so why y'all together now? Because it's like, yo, it's convenient. Whatever.
He said convenient?
In not so many words, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Like,
he loved her, though. From what you could see.
He had love for her.
All right. Were they building? Did they have assets together? Were they?
Yeah.
They had children together?
Yeah. So
okay.
It's like, I'm like, why don't you, like, it seems like you doing all the right work or steps to take it to another level. Why don't you take it to another level? Nah, that shit ain't never happening.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, well, why don't you just let her go then? And then it'd be like,
But it's like, why? Why too? Like, it's both sides, yeah.
Like, all right, he'll say that, or then he'll say like, I'm going my way, she going hers or whatever. Then she start dating somebody else. He'd be like, he have a problem with it. But then I'm like, I'll be like, so if you upset, like, why not be with her and take it, take it to the next level? Nah, because I can never do that and never go back there.
If he asked you why, what would you tell him? Why should he take it to the next level? Why should he marry that woman that he has assets with already, he has children with already, if he's getting everything he wants for free, without having to make that commitment? She's not putting the pressure on him to do it. Why would you tell him to get married?
Because as a man, a stand-up, morally, ethical man, like, that's what you do. You do the right thing. You know what I mean?
For who?
for you, for
how does it benefit him?
Your legacy, for her, the fact that if she's showing you all the characteristics of, a solid partner, I think she deserves that. And if what she doesn't deserve, though, is for you to act like there's a possibility of that, and you saying to me that it's never going to happen, but she believes it's a possibility, so she's staying.
Yeah.
So now you wasting her 30s, then you get into her 40s or whatever, and it's like, yo, when you find a lady that you good with and you want to be with, all right, now you can go. Now I'll cut you
person
exactly,
life.
And it's exactly this is what I'm trying to say. So
drain this person from all their years of doing anything for themselves.
Absolutely,
it's a
it
selfish
happens.
play.